All right, so hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Ironman Progress series. So, for this episode, the main goal here is going to be getting 70 prayer, or at least getting the bones to train to level 70 prayer, depending on how burnt out I get. But the method we're doing for this is we are teleporting with a Ring of Dueling to the Ferox Enclave. We're hitting the pool, and then we're running straight west. I think this spot here has a lot less PKers. And then we are using one super attack dose here. I've got all these decanted into one doses. I get a defense potion, and then I also hit a strength potion. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm using ultimate strength. It significantly increases my DPS. And I found that I maybe run out of prayer just in time by the time the trip's over. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying this grind. I thought it would be maybe a little more boring, but it's actually pretty fun so far. So I'm hoping that it stays like that for the next, I don't know, 1,200 kills or so. Also, I just wanted to clarify, I'm using a normal strength potion and not a super strength because I do not have the Quarm stockpile like I do Irits. So for me, it's not worth it to use the super strength potions. Super attack, on the other hand, I have a plethora of them, so I'm going to go ahead and use them for this grind. And then as far as loot goes, I'm picking up nature runes anytime I come across them because it's technically more profit than a green dragon hide because I'll use them to alch. So, so far, so good. All right, so we're taking a quick break from the green dragons right now to try and get some seaweed spores. So as far as I know, you just like kind of hang out down here and wait for them to spawn. So I'm just gonna chill a little while and see if I see any spawn. So I did end up getting a couple of seaweed spores and I got them planted. So we have seaweed growing right now, but I'm back to the green dragons right now. And so far this is going very well. I'm closing in on about 200 dragon bones and hide right now. And I have literally yet to see a single other person out here. Not only have I not seen a PKer, I also haven't seen a single person killing these dragons. So I don't know if everybody just goes north or what now. But this is a very good spot, and I would highly recommend it to any other irons trying to train prayer. Well, guys, I just did something kind of silly. I forgot I have a hard clue sitting in my bank right now. It's waiting on the completion of Regicide for me to be able to do it. And I forgot that green dragons also drop hard clues at a rate of like 1 in 160 or something like that. So basically, I need to go do this hard clue. That way I can get hard clues while killing these green dragons. So let's go do Regicide. Okay, there is Regicide completed. We got 3 quest points and a lot of agility XP, which just about gets us level 65 agility. We literally have 108 XP until the next level. But anyway, that was a doozy of a quest. Let me tell you, it has been years since I've done that quest on my main. And so I did not remember how painful that was. But anyway, it's done. Let's go do this hard clue. All right, so we've got our hard casket here. Again, there is so many good things we could get from this. So let's see what we get. Okay, we did get a collection log pop up. This is actually not too great. I mean, rune plate skirt is actually, I don't have rune legs yet. So that might actually be kind of useful in some situations if I need tank gear, despite it being very ugly. But this really wasn't the best clue. I mean, the Ardougne page is nice, I suppose, but I don't know if I'll actually get any use out of it. All right, and so we also have a medium casket to open here. Let's open this. We did get a collection log pop up for a brown headband. Don't think that has any uses, but nice. Okay, I take that back. This is actually super useful. This is used on a hard clue scroll, the one where you're at the wilderness volcano. Of course, I also need a crozier, which I don't think that I can get unless I get it from a clue scroll, but having one of the two is actually huge, and that was only like our second or third medium clue. So I'm sorry if there's anybody out there that's been trying to get this. All right, Hespori kill of the day. Can we get some white lily seeds, please? We do not, and actually that is one of the worst Hespori kills I've had in quite a while. Kill count is up to 22 now. We do, by the way, already have the bottomless compost bucket, kind of got spooned there. So, although I guess having a second one would be kind of nice, but anyway. So I am lucky enough to have had a lot of time to AFK lately, and I've been doing shooting stars because obviously I need level 70 mining for Song of the Elves, but I also would really like to knock out making friends with my arm And the reason is that I could teleport to that disease-free herb patch. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there prior to doing Song of the Elves, but in the meantime, I've just been doing shooting stars when I have a chance. And as you can see here, I've stockpiled a ton of Stardust, and I am going to get a ton of gems from that. Honestly, we are kind of good on gems. Like, I don't think we're going to need any additional gems. We kind of already have more than we're going to need, because once we get Song of the Elves, it's going to be a gem overflow. So the other thing that I want to knock out before going back to the Green Dragons, though, is going to be the Ardougne medium diary. I have just about everything done. I think I need to do the Watchtower quest and then I think one other quest. But other than that, this one should be quick to get done. So let's go knock that out right quick. And I may have already mentioned this, but I have this white berry bush planted over here right next to the Ardougne teleport. Anytime I'm running to a fairy ring or something like that and I see that there's white berries available, I pick them because I'm going to use those for super defense potions eventually. So I just try to keep you guys in the loop on everything that I'm doing passively while I'm doing these other things, because eventually these are going to come in handy. All right, so I'm here trying to get Janger berries for this Watchtower quest, and I actually got one of the Galavan, whatever you call it, fruit tops. Those are pretty useful. I think it's botanical pie, so I'm going to hang on to that. I forget the name of the pie, but I do know that there is a use for those. All right, so we just got 15,000 magic XP, and that is the completion of Watchtower. 4 quest points is actually pretty nice. All right, so there is Sea Slug completed. That was the last quest we needed to do. Now let's go knock out the Ardougne medium diary. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this diary. Let's see what our rewards are. We get an XP lamp, and then we get the Ardougne cloak 2. We get 100 noted pure essence per day, and more drops in the Tower of Life. That's actually pretty big. And then you get a 10% better chance at pickpocketing within Ardougne. So that is actually quite relevant if I ever decide to do Ardy Nights. And then toggle the Ring of Life to teleport you to Ardougne. You get 3 teleports each day to the Ardougne farming patch. That's really big. And you can hold up to 56 coin pouches whilst pickpocketing, also pretty big. So we're going to drop this antique lamp, of course, on Herblore. We get 7,500 XP. That is not a level, but we also are going to do a quick farming run because we have this new handy dandy farm teleport. It's only 3 teleports per day, but it does save time. Let's just see how beautiful this looks. Oof, very cool animation. I've actually never done that once on my main account because I never did any herb runs. So that's the first time I've ever seen it. Very nice. Quick update on the Green Dragon grind. It's still going well. We are currently at 306 dragon bones down. Still no sight of any PKers yet. All right, so we've got ourselves a hard clue scroll here. Let's see if we can get this one done. All right, so in order to do this clue scroll, we have to go to Trollwise Mountain, which requires the Troll Romance quest. So let's go knock that out. All right, there is Troll Romance completed. That is 2 quest points and a little bit of agility XP. All right, so our last step was there in the wilderness, but we survived, and we've got ourselves another hard casket. Let's see, what do we get? Okay, this is kind of very similar to that first casket I got, so not really anything super useful there. I guess it is nice to have an extra black d'hide body though. All right, so I'm also trying to do a medium clue, and we have to have a mystic robe top. So I am going to go ahead and make a bit of an investment here and buy the mystic robe top. All right, I'm an idiot. That clearly says mystic robe bottom, and I just bought the top. But again, I'm going to need both. So back to Yanil we go. All right, so there's our mystic robe bottom. Now we're ready to do this clue. All right, so we've got ourselves a medium casket. It costs us 200,000 of our very hard-earned GP. Can we please make it worth it? Oh no, that's so bad. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's, you know. And back to the Green Dragons we go. That clue scroll brick was a 0 out of 10. Would not recommend, but I will tell you guys, I'm actually having a hard time getting a lot of these Dragon KC done because I've actually been doing my farmhouse runs, birdhouse runs, seaweed runs, etc., so efficiently that it seems like every time I get a run done, it's like time for another run to happen. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, but I know that a lot of Ironmen kind of struggle with that, so it is what it is. Very nice. We've come across our very first hard clue scroll drop from the Green Dragons. Well, eventually we will get to do a hard clue without having to stop for a quest break, But today is not the day. We have to go to Bird of Rot for this clue. And so in order to do that, we're going to have to go do in search of the Myrique and then start in aid of a Myrique. So I just crafted a ton of random steel parts that are needed for this. Let's go knock it out. All right, there is in search of the Myrique completed. And with that, we do get to open up our juicy hard clue casket. We do not get any uniques, but we do get a couple of rune items. Those are actually really good to have. That rune kite shield is actually going to probably be very handy if I decide to go for a B ring. Or if not, I can always just alch it. And we also just surpassed our 600 dragon bone mark. And if we take a look at our banked XP plugin here, it looks like right now we have level 63 banked. So we have quite a bit to go to get to level 70, but we're cruising right along. All right, so we are doing an herb run right quick, and we are about to get a big farming level. There is level 80 for farming, and we get quadruple U roots, which is actually quite useful. All right, guys, so I didn't get it on video, but we did just come across our very first PKer, and we were able to teleport out. We did have a full looting bag, though, so I'm definitely glad he didn't kill me. And would you look at that, we've actually come across another person fighting the green dragons. So, wait, is this guy punching the dragon? What weapon? Okay, I didn't see that. All right, so we are logging in right now from evading a PKer. And I don't think he was expecting us to run north, but we did. He got a teleblock off and everything, and we had a full looting bag, full inventory. I am really happy we got out of there. All right, so after that close call, I think I'm going to take a quick break and do a little bit of questing. I'm currently at 896 dragon bones, so pretty close to 1,000. I have about 500 bones to go now, and I think I'm going to do one small favor real quick. I mean, it's just one small favor. How bad can it be, right? All right, so this guy is saying, it's only a little job. I don't know how to say that word, so I'm not even going to try. I ask you to do me one small favor. Go to the Jungle Forester and get me a piece of red mahogany. It can't be that difficult, can it? So, I love the humor in this quest. It's pretty good. All right, so here we are at the turning point of the quest. We just fixed the gnome's lights. And so, yeah, I guess I thought there was more dialogue at this point. But, yeah, basically I just have to go back through the quest and complete all the favors, and then I'll be done. I'm not going to bore you guys with the full commentary, but this is a very iconic quest, so I just had to add a few casual clips here and there. We finally have the red mahogany log, which was the initial request in this quest. And we get to go turn it in now and complete the quest. All right, so there's one small favor completed, and we got a couple of quest points and these antique lamps, which of course we'll be throwing on Herblore. Did that just give me a level? It did. Level 57 Herblore, very nice. And we're going to also put this one on Herblore as well. So we almost get to level 58 off of that, which is pretty nice. All right, so I got to be honest, that quest wasn't bad at all. Like, I expected it to feel so long and just so tedious, but it actually went by really fast, and I honestly enjoyed it. So it's kind of interesting how you remember some of these quests taking forever until you go and you redo it, and then you're like, man, that actually wasn't too bad. So hello there, gamers. It is a new day, and we have ourselves a hard clue that I got last night while killing some green dragons on mobile. And if you don't already know where this is going, you should, because of course there is a quest requirement, and not just one. We have to do Land of the Goblins for this, and in order to do Land of the Goblins, we have to do another slice of ham, and in order to do another slice of ham, we have to do the giant dwarf. So it's time to get a lot of questing done. All right, there is the giant dwarf completed, and we got quite a bit of XP from that quest. All right, and there is another slice of ham completed, and we got the ancient mace, which is actually useful for Inferno. And I thought that was going to give us a mining level, but evidently not. So yeah, we have 1,000 to go for that. And now the only thing separating us between our hard casket is the Land of the Goblins quest. Unless, of course, I get another hard clue step after this one that requires another quest. At this rate, I'm starting to wonder if we're going to get the quest point cape before we get 70 prayer, but it is worth it because I can already tell this hard clue it's going to have some type of god d'hide in it. All right, and there is Land of the Goblins completed. We got a ton of XP from that one as well, and that gives us level 58 Herblore, and that also should give us a fishing level. Yes, level 66 fishing, so very nice. All right, so finally after that long break, we finally have our casket, and I also even have a little bonus medium casket. So let's start with the medium. Collection log, U combo, not sure if there's any use for that. and then the hard casket. We got the Master Scroll book, which I think that actually might be kind of useful, but other than that, not too great. I guess there is some pretty good alchables here. Oh, it is a beautiful day to kill some green dragons. Let me tell you what, we've only got, I think, about 350 kills to go. We're just passing the 1,000 dragon bone mark, so we're almost done. And also, quick side note, if you heard any like weird audio popping sounds in this video, I'm sorry. My settings got reset. I think I fixed it now, but yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I don't know if that was a scout or what, but that was kind of weird. So I think I'm going to probably hop worlds after this kill. All right, I don't know if we avoided a PK there or what, but right now we have 1,107 dragon bones. If we take a look at our banked XP plugin, that gives us enough for level 69, so we don't need too many more dragon bones. However, I am going to get extras because I do expect to get PK'd at least a few times at the Chaos Altar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves another hard clue, which came at a much needed time because I needed a clue scroll break. I'm getting a little burnt out of the green dragons right now. Well, I bet you weren't expecting this. We can't do this clue because we haven't actually finished Fairy Tale Part 2. We're at the hideout and the Fairy Queen is not here. Oh my gosh, here comes another quest. Okay, so we got the Fairy Queen back to life or whatever, and she actually did go ahead and give us the next clue step. But we're already this far, so let's just go ahead and finish this stupid quest. Oh wait, that's it? I thought we had to do more. All right, well, there's the quest completed, and we also got a little XP lamp, and y'all already know we're throwing that on Herblore. All right, and with that, here is our hard casket. No milking, and nothing good as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive moment in RuneScape history. We officially have level 70 Herblore banked. We killed 1,212 green dragons, it looks like. And here's the loot we got. We got 36, untold dragon heads. We got the dragon bones. We got, about 1,100 or so, 1,200 green dragon hide. I did already tan half of this when I had a little bit of time to AFK. And then we also picked up the nature runes along the way, and that was actually huge because we almost have 1,000 nature runes now. I was going to have to buy all of these to do the high alching on the Vambraces, but now we just have them done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I'm so sorry for how long this episode was. Episode 4 was a doozy of an episode, but we have the requirements to get level 70 prayer. This guy's standing in my way, but we're going to call it an episode right here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Adios.